Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Maybe with you Wednesday again. So we're just gonna, real quick, I keep seeing all these, like, weird things saying, like, everybody's listening to you, the things in the streets are listening. So what you can do is get into telepathy. Okay, this is the whole, this is my secret agenda. Get you safe in your body so you can communicate without using words. We're all capable of doing it. It has nothing to do with, oh, some deity didn't bless me with that. No, we all have it. We all have it. La 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 la. Go watch the telepathy tapes, okay? And if you notice anything significant, especially about all autistics, they don't fucking care, dude. They do not fucking care. They don't care anything about working. They don't care anything about, like, pleasing the man. They don't care. They do not. That is none of their concern whatsoever. Okay, and that's what they're here teaching us. Rather than demonize people, understand the multi-dimensional fractal fucking ecosystem people are meant to fit into. Rather than going, well, we don't like them. They make us uncomfortable. Let us vet them off the planet. Okay? So start seeing humans. So that's what that is all about. So when you encounter people who don't see humans, just direct accordingly. But again, read it, measure it, get back in your safety system thingy thing. And then keep cultivating those gifts. Keep calling in those people that are willing to get on this train, because that's the future. We are our bestest friends, and we have to stop self-abandoning. Okay? We have to stop self-abandoning. Otherwise, the system's going to win. And the sickest part about it is there's human beings that are fighting tooth and nail for the fucking system because they think it gains them some sort of creepish authority. It doesn't. It gives you the illusion of it. And so you constantly seek some sort of authority and you feel hollow inside because you don't have any. It was never that way. It was never designed in that function under any circumstances. If you need violence and control, you have no power already. You've already consented to that. Okay. This is an illusion. Everything is an illusion. But the problem is too many people buy into the illusion, and that's what's causing the problem. Too many people have bought into the illusion. Okay. This is not a system that's designed for humanity. This is a system that's designed for hierarchy and authority, which breeds cluster B syndromes. Okay, so getting safe in your body and learning how to talk without words. Go watch the telepathy tapes. They are our instructors. And right now, everybody's trying to vet them off the planet because they are medicine and they're the most innocent beings on the planet. I am more than disgusted with patriarchy, so I'm gonna go wiggle it out of my system. So just remember that for every problem, there is always a solution, always. And the only place you're gonna find it is within. The only place you're gonna find it is within. There is a universal law that says no weapon formed against mankind, not the chosen ones, mankind like Rona, shall prosper. Okay, so just like when the shots are turning everybody's cells to shit, even those that didn't take it because it's a a respiratory thing. You're breathing it into the air, and then that gets into other people's respiratory things and then starts changing the cells. Methylene blue and a few, there's other tactics you can use to counteract that. I'm not a medical health professional. I am not giving you advice. I'm telling you the conversations I've been privy to. And this is half wool, half polyester, not tin, darling. So remembering that, this is what I'm trying to create and cultivate, that sovereignty within you, so you can see the issue in the environment and immediately begin to calculate how the fuck to negate it or overcome it. It's not about being stronger, it's about being wiser. Okay? And the more we get into that, the more we can spread it, the better off humanity will be in the long run. Okay? At least that's what I'm shooting at. I'm shooting at a bunch of freaking stars and maybe we'll land on the moon. Okay? So just don't lose hope. Don't get overwhelmed. There's always a freaking solution. And this is why the war on women has been so severe for us, is because we've always had the solutions to the hierarchical problems, but we haven't been allowed to speak them, lest we be horrifically treated by a multitude of systems put in place to keep people enslaved. Okay? So, just remember, keep her cool, keep her calm, and remember that, and I know, listen here, lady, have you ever been told to calm down? I hear you. Let the witch out. Save that portal for that space. But when you're dealing with a patriarchal whatever, sometimes it's best to agree. Sometimes you're like, yo, because you're not going to change it. You're not going to develop some sort of semblance for somebody else. You just have to witness, recognize the pattern, realize this is not a creature of change, and just move on. Okay? So when you see like things that are spying on you and listening to you and whatever else, yeah, get that beautiful feminine intuition blooming. Okay? And develop some telepathy. Okay? We have probably less than a fraction of what we're capable of right now on the planet. And they saw to that. They made that so. I'm sure amongst 150 million people that were lost or murdered in World War II, probably a significant amount of healers and practitioners that were probably doing a lot of good work for humanity. So, just remind yourself that this is the fall of the empire, not the rise of it. Astrology will back you up on that. It's just we're going to have to go through some crappy experiences first so we learn the lesson. But boy, did we fuck this up. Everything happens for a reason. Well, I don't know. That doesn't feel right to my system. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Irregardless, the circumstances we now find ourselves in are really fucked. So, when seeking your joy, bring your intuition with it. Because a lot of times when you see crappy shit like that on the interwebs, you're like, well, I guess that's why the need for telepathy is here then. Because if we're not going to stand together and pull the plug on the entire system and the structures that support it, we're going to have to adapt in other ways. So that feels like Medusa. She wasn't just like a herbalist, she was a wise woman. Wise women are often healers. If you understand how nature works, you understand it. Life in general, how it works, how it operates, how it conducts itself. So when you come up to the killjoys, go look. They're inviting us into these spaces. Seek it as an invitation, an opportunity, not an obstacle. That's Saturn. That's Saturn. Here's your container. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to rock it out, or are you going to squeal about it? I'll rock it out. Right? I just finished my course on Pisces. Bob and Santa, passion flower, ayahuasca, cannabis, and dandelions are the herbals that go with Pisces. Some of the herbals. There's a lot of herbals. I just picked a few so the people could play with the energies. But all of these webs, you know, the whole freaking zodiac that weave together and then start another cycle again. Expanding your horizons on all the different energies you have available to you and everyone else around you. And then ask yourself, how can we play better with these? How can we get into those spaces, those little nooks and crannies where joy grows, right out the cracks in the sidewalk? Okay, so when you come across news you don't like, always remember there's a way. Always remember there's a lesson, there's an energetic pattern that needs to be memorized, and then take yourself out into the community and spread some joy, spread some hope, spread some peace. Alright, so that's a lovely little message. The sun is setting here and it's beautiful. What if every single time we came up against an obstacle or a difficulty or a challenge, we asked ourselves, what is this asking of me? What have I ignored within myself that this could possibly produce something I've never known before? Until next time, keep your flame.